Hello once again, everyone. Clare Thorn is with us from Central State University. And Clare, you've had a couple of different kinds of responsibilities in the times that you've been at Central State. Tell us about that.
I have. Well, thank you, Gary, first of all. I began with Central State Extension in 2017, and at that time I came on board as a 4-H youth coordinator. So I split the role with another coordinator, and we tried to reach out to our various counties at the time, and we were primarily focused in Hamilton, Franklin, Montgomery, and Cuyahoga counties. But in 2020, I transitioned over to Ag and Natural Resources. I'm the Extension Associate, and I oversee the educational programs at our new botanical garden.
My gosh, that's quite a difference, but at the same time, it's all education.
It is about education, and I'm still working with young people, and I get to, of course, work with the adults. So I get a win-win situation getting to work with everyone.
Well, when you say botanical gardens, that I have all kinds of visions. Tell me more about that.
Sure. So our botanical garden is small. It's about 4 acres, and we have a lot of features there. We do have a building with restrooms and a covered space, so we can hold classes there in case it's raining a little bit. We have a woodland trail. We have some community beds and walking pathways through the garden with a water feature. It's really nice, and the students there at Central State are really beginning to come across the road and enjoy the gardens now.
Well, now that's something that is going to draw people more and more every year with word of mouth.
Oh, most definitely. And we have seen the increase of people attending our programs, as well as just coming and visiting the garden. They're welcome to leave us little comment cards, and we pick them up out of a little reflection box, as we call it. And then we get to see what people think about the garden, and everyone has been really enjoying it.
Clare, Extension at Central State University has really grown since the time that you've been there.
Yes, it has. So when I started, we maybe had 11 staff members, and we were pretty much concentrated there on the campus. And over the last several years, we have increased our staff to 44 educators and other roles like associate regional directors, so that they can help serve as that liaison with our educators in the community. So we're serving about 42 counties across Ohio. So we're not just congregated in Central State any longer in Wilberforce, Ohio. We are across Ohio now.
Well, I know as far as looking at your staff, some of the instructors, some of the professors at Central State, my gosh, you draw them from all over the world.
We do. And, Hung May is our entomologist and our honeybee research specialist, and she has worked in a lot of universities, and Dr. Kumar with Water Resources, and Dr. Kandaya. And then, we have Dr. Nagel, who is our horticulturalist there on campus. So we do have a wide range of staff members available to help our students.
Well, you mentioned some names of people that we have interviewed over the last 2-3 years, and it's been all that time. It's been really fun promoting Central State and seeing that growth. And I would imagine too that some of the, besides in Ohio country today, word of mouth and some of your other marketing ideas, it's pleasant for people like you to see the growth that has happened.
It has. I mean, it's been a number of years, but yet it seems like it was only yesterday, and boom, now we have all these people on staff, and we're able to reach more residents of Ohio, particularly in the underserved and urban counties, which is what our major task is. And, it's just been a wonderful blessing, and our clients, if you want to call them that, have been so appreciative of our efforts in reaching those guys.
And something else that people might not, maybe potential students or parents of students are thinking about, you get the education and then you go out amongst the world and have that job for the rest of your life. However, I know too that Central State likes to hire some of their gifted graduates, and in fact, we have interviewed a young woman and seen her get a job at Central State, and I'm even afraid to ask where she might be in the world today, but she had so much potential. You could see that in that first interview, and things like that have to be things that keep you especially driving on and wanting to do more and more.
Oh, most definitely. And I'm not certain if you're referring to one of the newest educators. I know you interviewed her not too long ago. And if it's Nellie, she is in our southern region as an A&R educator. And she's already started doing some great work. She and I are collaborating on actually working on a grant that we're hopeful that we'll receive next year, working with some Ohio farmers. So looking forward to that. But yes.
Well, I do know that students, of course, have a big say in where they go to further their high school education, and parents have a very big part in that. And whether it's a parent that's watching right now or if it's a potential student, what's the best way for them to get more information than we've had a chance to talk about today?
Well, of course, we're on the extension side, so we don't necessarily work with the academics. However, we will be more than happy to put you in contact with the academic side of the university. But the registrar's office would be able to offer information to anyone interested in going to Central State.
Of course, people that wanted to get into extension kind of work and wanted to go to Central State just want to get in touch, and the website would be the best place to go.
Most definitely the website, and we do have an ag ed and ag business program at Central State, and we work a little bit more closely with that department than some of our others. But it's an opportunity to come to Central State to begin your career.
It's very exciting. Good to be around Central State. Thanks a lot. Clare Thorn has been our guest.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you for the time.
When formula precision and productivity is important, trust the lineup of Meyer TMR mixers from your local Apple Farm Service. Meyer's formula is ready for your formula with single and twin screw options. 9 models from 355 to over 1,300 cubic feet of mixing capacity. Built heavy duty for decades of use and designed for quick and accurate rations load after load. Stop by your local Apple Farm Service to learn more about Meyer's TMR mixers at Apple Farm Service.
Hi, I'm Alan Davis. And here at Alan Davis Insurance, we strive to be your solutions provider. As a business owner and an active farmer, I know the challenges firsthand that you face to run your business and your farm. Give us a call, 419-738-7447 for your auto, home, life, farm, commercial, crop, and financial services. Or check us out on the web at AlanDavisInsurance.com.
Grind with an Artsway grinder mixer from your local Apple Farm Service, with options from 50 bushels to 165 for fast and uniform grinding. Have a fast unloading time with 8 or 10-inch diameter augers. Call, click, or stop in today, applefarmservice.com.
Farmers Alliance, your area Beck's dealer, is a family-owned company dedicated to doing what's right by farmers, with a focus on providing localized service and as many choices as possible when it comes to crop inputs. And we offer those inputs at wholesale cost to our customers. In addition to products and inputs, Farmers Alliance is your go-to provider for custom applications. For more information or to place an order today, contact Farmers Alliance, your area Beck's dealer, at myfarmersalliance.com.
Hello once again, everybody. At the Farm Science Review, we're visiting with Central State staff and students, a lot of folks that have grown the program at Central State over the years. This is Dr. Joseph Frank. He's the coordinator for the Health and Wellness program at Central State, and it's good to talk with you, Doctor. Understand that you have developed a program that, it sounds to me like it's vitally needed. You go into the schools and talk to the students about a growing problem.
Yes, thank you. Again, I'm Dr. Joseph Frank. I developed a program, the vaping program, that is for the youth, and of course, sometimes for adults. I go into high schools, elementary schools, to talk to principals and talk to kids about the consequences of vaping. And I share the concern about the health ramification, health consequences of vaping with them. Of course, I do not force them on to believe that this hurts the health, but I actually have a conversation with them by exposing them to understand the health consequences of vaping to health. Maybe short term, maybe long term, but for sure, with time, it will reflect on health. So it is good for people because of high prevalence of vaping in Ohio and high schools and even the country as a whole. I happen to get into this because of my concern for the next generation of kids so that the health will be perfect.
What would be some of the side effects of vaping that maybe a student who's thinking about doing that or an adult thinking about vaping wouldn't even consider, but the symptoms, the side effects are already out there?
Yes, one of the side effects is like lungs, effect in lungs, and then even the vape itself there are instances whereby the vape will explode. And then sometimes people happen to be taken to the hospital because of the effects of the harmful effects of vaping. So I feel that this is a great concern.
Now, you go into the schools, and is this something that if a school contacts you, let you know that they would like for you to come, that you would be available to go?
Yes, I actually have been taking upon myself and my colleagues to be able to go into schools and then talk to superintendents of schools, principals of schools, vice principals of school, and set up a time for them to be able to go in and then have a session with them. Now, we have 4 sessions of the program: Model 1, Model 2, and Model 3, and Model 4. That means each of these have a different areas of approaches.
Oh, so you can tailor your presentations to your audience.
Yes, in fact, I meet them at a point of need. Sometimes we do based on the availability and when they're available, and maybe they do have some activities that day. And then we take like an hour. The reason why we want to do an hour is that we want to make sure that they have enough time to discuss the modules. Then after that, we have interactions and comments and questions from the students as well as the staff that may be present.
So for anyone that would be interested in finding the potential problems in vaping, Dr. Joseph Frank would be the person to call at Central State. What are some of the websites and some of the information that folks that are watching right now might be wanting to know to get in touch?
Well, on the extension website of the extension, all the programs that we have 4 different programs, 4 different departments in the extension. The Family and Consumer Science Department is where you have this vaping. And then the website is open out there. Scroll down, you will see different things. Then in Family and Consumer Science Department will be where you will find a vaping program and for everybody.
Okay. Well, Dr. Frank, you are the coordinator for health and wellness at the university. What are some of the other areas besides vaping that you are involved with, and potentially, I'm assuming that you go around and talk about various things?
Yes, I do. And let me start from the current one that I had a text from the principal. Say, hey, Dr. Frank, text me so that we can schedule a presentation. And she also asked me, hey, can you do this in one day, whereby 2 modules first half of the day and 2 modules after lunch, second half of the day. I say yes. That's why we say we can meet you upon a need, whatever is convenient for you, because this is something that's free. Again, it's free. Now, in addition to that, there's another area that I'm involved. Another area that I'm involved is CSUE, meaning Central State University Wellness Connection Forum. I developed that program for the extension as well. What we talk about there is we go out and we have virtual presentation, including both experts from internal and external presenters talk about health. The last presentation that I personally did this month happened to be on prostate and implications for health. So family, individuals, and the community, because what affects one person in the family affects everybody. Imagine taking a grandmom or mom to the hospital and then skipping work when you don't get paid and calling off. So it is everybody's business, everybody's problem. So that's one of them. Another one is safety that I'm also involved with. Recently, Governor Mike DeWine signed into law about safety, talking about no texting, no driving, no texting and driving. And it happened that I'm involved with that one because of drivers distracted driving, that are also developing a program for that purpose as well, safety.
And really, everything you've talked about so far, you tell one person in the family, and that education goes throughout the family, and by word of mouth, then that goes throughout their community.
Yes, definitely. That's what it is. That's why we are in the community, and also we want to make sure that everybody is aware. I consider myself awareness advocate, whereby I make sure that I create as much awareness as possible. In addition to that, and what I call myself a prevention scientist, whereby it is easy to catch something early before it goes out of hand.
Well, very good. And again, just contacting the university at the website, I'm sure, is the way to get in touch with you in case folks would like you to come out to their area and educate their family or friends or school or whatever they would need more education involved with. So you're going to be a busy man, I'm sure. So thanks a lot for being with us. We understand that with your health and wellness, have to compliment you on the billboard behind us. This is a pretty nice bus that take around to show the folks that Central State is really serious about health and wellness.
Yes, definitely. Not only me. I have educators that I always go with them. We go as a team sometime because we try to cover the whole of Ohio. In matter of fact, this wellness and HIMU, Health Education Mobile Unit, is pretty much a newly established department that is going to be going over the whole of Ohio. Different communities. Sometimes we stop by churches. Sometimes we stop by where they have free market, just because we want to make sure people are healthy. Because prevention is the key. Prevention is the key. I cannot emphasize that as much as I can emphasize. Prevention, prevention, prevention. Early detection is the key when it comes to chronic diseases. So we are here because we want to make sure that everybody is healthy.
And I can attest to the fact, as I get a little bit older, prevention, of course, is the key. And we thank you very much for being with us, and much success in the future. Thanks for being with us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Dr. Joseph Frank has been our guest, and stay with us. We'll be back with more right after this.
Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs.
Welcome to St. Mary's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, home of the Ag Pack. Ag Pack is an exclusive package of discounts on products and services you already use on your farm and ranch. And you get Ag Pack with every vehicle you purchase. We are your certified agriculture dealership.
You get straight talk, real service, and the right price. St. Mary's Chrysler, you get straight talk.
Hello once again, everyone. From Farm Science Review, we're at the Central State exhibit area. I'm talking with Renita Porter. She is the program leader in consumer science. And Renita, it's good to be talking with you. Understand that this billboard, this moving billboard behind us, is in your department.
Yes, it is.
Now, this is something that I can see in marketing it's going to help, but also, is this something that you take around to be able to talk with folks about their health, or maybe tell what some of the programs that you have at Central State?
Yeah, so actually we are looking to take it around, especially rural areas where healthcare is not accessible, and so that gives people access to healthcare screenings that they need. And some of the things we do, so right today we're doing free health screenings like blood pressure check, glucose check, and we also do mental health screenings, and we're also looking to collaborate with other organizations who want to use our truck for their screenings as well.
I've just found out at Farm Science Review yesterday, as a matter of fact, that there have, in the rural community, in the farm community, there have been a number of suicides this year. In fact, and it sort of staggered me because I hadn't heard that, but there's a lot of stress and a lot of challenges in rural areas that, thank goodness, somebody is addressing those, and you're getting out and doing that.
Absolutely. Mental health is a hot topic right now, I think, for everybody, especially since COVID. People have had a lot of mental health challenges, and it's not commonplace to talk about it. Some people don't want to talk about how they've been feeling. So yes, we are definitely aware of mental health challenges, and we're trying to do something about it.
Now, one of the things, a lot of times people in the farm community might be a little hesitant to talk about different things, financial matters, health concerns. And there's always that thing about not wanting to find out. You're afraid to find out what those tests will tell. How do you get around something like that?
Good question. I think you have to develop a relationship with people, and just, you don't want to fear the unknown, because if you don't get something fixed or checked, doesn't mean that it's going to go away. I think those type of concerns happen in all populations, and all people fear of what the doctor is going to say, but you just have to make people comfortable, and it's better to know and then not to know, and things get progressively worse, I think.
As project leader, what are some of your other responsibilities?
So I also am responsible for Family and Consumer Science Educators, FNEP, which is Expanded Food Nutrition Program, and then for the Community Health Training Program. So what that all means is, so FNEP is responsible for teaching nutrition to underserved populations. Family and Consumer Science, we also teach nutrition, health and wellness, financial literacy, diabetes education, and we also do canning and preserving. And then with the Community Health Training Program, we train people to be community health workers within their community.
I can see that there's a great need for training people to go out in the community. That touches on all kinds of potential problems in the community.
Absolutely, it does. And then it keeps you in touch with what's going on in your community, because things change. People's needs change. And so I think it's important to have people within their own community help their community. I think that's one of the main goals, because there's a healthcare gap, right? So there's, especially now with Medicaid changing and people are falling off the government's health care, is that community healthcare workers can bridge the gap between services.
Well, I can see that there might be organizations that would have a large block of people that would fall into these kind of needs. And how do you invite those organizations to get in contact with you?
So I would invite them to contact us through communityhealthcareworker@centralstate.edu and reach out, because we definitely need collaborators, because we'll have students that will need practicum hours, and so they'll need real life experience, real-time experience for them to get certified.
And I can also see if a potential student is watching right now, or parents of a student that might have a sort of a knack at this kind of education, or wants to get into the healthcare field, it might be a way for them to go about doing that.
Absolutely. Right now, we're doing this training at CSU Dayton. It's on the west side of Dayton. We are offering a spring cohort in 2024 and another fall cohort in 2024. It's really popular. The seats are limited and it fills up fast. So if they're interested in being a speaker, they can do that as well. And they can reach out at communityhealthworker@centralstate.edu.
Renita Porter has been our guest. Renita, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Closed captioning paid for in part by the following. Devin Dye from Dye Real Estate and Land Company is your area leader in land auctions because our team works to maximize your profits. Through a coordinated effort from pre-marketing to auction day, we make selling your farm or recreational property an easy, exciting, and thorough experience. We invite you to contact us today for a no-obligation valuation of your land. At Dye Real Estate and Land Company, we know the land because we live it every day. Call us first. DyeRealEstate.com. That's DyeRealEstate.com.
Our farm department is committed to providing ag professionals the products, coverages, and peace of mind needed to run a successful operation. With our home office located in the heart of farm country, many of us have first-hand experience when it comes to farming, and we know how to take out the risk. Under one policy, we can provide total protection of your investment, from your home and barns to your equipment and livestock. We also provide an outstanding equine coverage from a homeowner with a single horse to a professional breeder and everything in between. Come join us and experience the Salina difference.
Rodak and Midway Trailers are your source for Wilson Livestock Trailers. Reliable, lightweight, and durable, Wilson Livestock Trailers are your best value year after year. With attention to animal and operator safety, Wilson offers biosecurity and features more attuned to the needs and concerns of today's livestock haulers. Remember Rodak and Midway Trailers for sales and service of Wilson Livestock Trailers, with 3 locations to serve you in Delphus, St. Mary's, and Dayton.
Grind with an Artsway grinder mixer from your local Apple Farm Service, with options from 50 bushels to 165 for fast and uniform grinding. Have a fast unloading time with 8 or 10-inch diameter augers. Call, click, or stop in today, applefarmservice.com.
Hey, that's going to do it for this week's edition of In Ohio Country Today. From the home of Farmers Alliance in beautiful Wapakoneta, Ohio, your area Beck's dealer and one of our fine sponsors. For more information about Farmers Alliance, you can check us out on the web at In Ohio Country Today. We'll also have a link to our podcast, our YouTube channel, and more at InOhioCountry.com. Have a good day, everybody.